Alright, here's some more equations to solve. These two, well, let's just do this first. So there's two sides. Alright, left equation, negative 4x plus 6.2 equals 12. The only thing that sticks out for me as being a little complicated is that decimal there. But that's okay, you can deal with that. First thing I'm going to do whenever I solve an equation is I'm going to drop a line. And then I need to see if I need to simplify the left or simplify the right. And there's no parentheses, there's no like terms, so I'm done. So now I need to start solving. And if I look at both sides there, there's only x's on one side, so that kind of makes up my decision. I need to leave my x's on the left. So I'm going to try to zero out the 6.2. Since it's a positive 6.2, I'm going to add a negative 6.2 to both sides. And when I do that, I end up with negative 4x, because these guys zero out here on the left. And on the right, I'm going to have 5.8. And then check out how fast this one is. Now my variable terms on the left, my non-variable terms on the right, so I need to divide by however many x's there are. So negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1x. And I'm going to get out my calculator here, and I'm going to type in 5.8 divided by negative 4, and the answer is negative 1.45. And that's my answer. Done. Now I'm going to check it. You should always check your answers. In fact, if it says to check your answers on a quiz or a test and you don't, you're probably going to lose a point even if you're right. So make sure you're showing the teacher that you checked it. They can't read your mind. So negative 4 times negative 1.45 plus 6.2. If I'm right, there's my little question mark there, my answer should be 12. So negative 4 times negative 1.45, that is 5.8. And 5.8 plus 6.2 is 12. So I know that I'm right. Alright, next one. Alright, now this one looks a little weird because there's a fraction in there, but a fraction is just a number, so it's all good. First thing I'm going to do is drop my line. Let's use red this time. And I don't need to simplify. There's no parentheses, there's no like terms on both sides, so then I'm just going to start solving. And this one, just like letter B, only had x's on the left, so I don't need to worry about where to put my variable terms because it's already there. So then I'm going to add 7 because I want to zero out the constants there. So I'm adding 7 to both sides, and that leaves me with 3/4 x equals 12. Now I have a choice. I can either multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 3/4, and that would end up being by 4/3. So if I multiply both sides by 4/3, I will get the right answer. And 12 times 4/3 ends up being 16. Okay, so there's one way to do it. If you did it that way, you'd be totally perfectly right. But let me just show you the other way. So if I had 3/4 x equals 12, since you've got a graph or you've got a calculator there, I can just divide by the same number. So dividing by fractions, remember, is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So if I took 3/4 divided by 3/4, I'd get 1, and that's what I want. And if I took 12 divided by 3/4, I would get 16. So either way, my answer would be the same. But now I need to go and check it. Let me do it to the side here. So 3/4 times 16 minus 7 equals 5. That's what I'm not sure about. So 3/4 times 16 is 12. And 12 minus 7, yes, that is 5, so I know I'm right. Alright, awesome. Again, make sure you're checking your work. Make sure you're showing your work, because if you don't, you're not going to get credit, no matter how long you try and how right your answer is.